Huge news as an Aquaman star has gone on record saying, oh yeah, Amber Heard did indeed have her role cut or reduced, which is big time because this is Warner Brothers admitting that they knew that Amber Heard being part of Aquaman 2 would be a disaster, and still they allowed this to happen. Now what's hilarious is despite what this actually says about Warner Brothers and what they want, you still have some desperate PR push for Amber Heard. Things like release the one cut, release the cut for Amber Heard for Aquaman 2. Yeah, you and I, we're going to talk about all of this fun stuff today. Oh man, fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. All right, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. So an Aquaman star has actually exposed Warner Brothers in one of the biggest lies that they've told so far. And that's the idea that Amber Heard cuts to the film. Oh yeah, those definitely did take place. Now, the first actor to throw this narrative under the bus is Dolph Lundgren. But when I look at the cast, I get this feeling that he's not going to be the last. Now, the reason that Dolph Lundgren decides he's going to drop this bombshell is because he had his role reduced alongside Amber Heard. You can see this in this Screen Rant article here. Quote, Dolph Lundgren opens up on being quote-unquote disappointed at Aquaman 2's reshoots and the quote-unquote corporate decision to reduce Amber Heard's role. Following the release of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, DCEU star Dolph Lundgren breaks his silence on his reduced role. Notice that there, his reduced role alongside Amber Heard's Mira. And what's fascinating about this? He points the finger at Warner Brothers here, not pointing it in the right direction. Maybe, just maybe, you should point that at Amber Heard. Now, if you don't know anything about the characters in Aquaman, this is the guy playing Mira's father. So, he has his role cut, he says, because they tried to limit Amber Heard's cut. Yeah, he's telling you point blank. Again, Warner Brothers, they knew. Listen to this here. Quote, I just realized that it was some kind of corporate decision that they tried to limit Amber Heard. Right there, he's telling you, corporate. Warner Brothers, they understand they need to cut down Amber Heard. Maybe that's because 5 million people spoke up. And then I'm playing with her dad and went along with it. So he's telling you right there, hey, Amber Heard had her role reduced. And when she has her role reduced, I'm playing Mira's dad. So of course, I get hit as well. Then he goes on to pretty much counter everything that James Wan has had to say about this movie by telling you, yeah, there was an original cut versus a director's cut. Check this out here. I was just disappointed for the moviegoers. Yeah, of course, that's what it's about, right? The moviegoers. Because I thought the original script was great, and the original cut, I saw a little bit of it. It was really good, so I didn't see any reason to start reshooting and reshaping the story, which obviously led to disappointment in the moviegoers and not just me. So he tells you here, point blank, James Wan, always lying about the cut here. They indeed did go in, they did reshoots, they wanted to remove Amber Heard. That's the reason that we have so much chaos in that movie. And that movie is an absolute mess too. You can see reshoots all over it. You can see problems. But more than that, now you can see the reason why those existed. And that's because Warner Brothers, they're saying, hey, Amber Heard, she's going to end up tanking our product. Now, the fascinating thing about all of this, in my opinion, is the fact that this flies in the face of everything that James Wan has been saying about Aquaman 2. I mean, remember, he went to the media and he said, hey, reshoots, yeah, we had reshoots, but they weren't that big of a deal. You know why? Because the movie, it's always been structured a specific way. This is what he had to say on the structuring too. quote, "I've always pitched this to everyone from the get-go. The first Aquaman movie, that was Mira and Arthur's journey. So the first movie, yes, that was about Jason Momoa. That was about Amber Heard. But that thing was only for the first movie. The second movie," he goes on to say, "was always going to be Arthur and Orm. So the first movie that you had, that was going to be a romantic action adventure movie. The second movie, that was going to be a bromance action adventure movie." And he says, that's where we're going to leave it. Now, perhaps the funniest thing that comes out of this, in my opinion, is the desperate PR push that we see yet again from the mainstream media, pretending this somehow in some way isn't Amber Heard's fault. That Warner Brothers, they didn't look at that product and they didn't say, yeah, she's going to ruin it for us. Let's try to fix this. Instead, they're saying, hey, people want the Release the Wand cut. That's right, Release the Wand cut gains traction as Aquaman 2 star supports Amber Heard. Now, what makes this hilarious is the fact that the spin here, and this is 100% spin, by the way, does not match up with reality at all. I mean, if you go and you look up the hashtag Release the Wand cut, you should always do your due diligence. This is what you're going to find. You'll find the biggest post out there. It's been up for 2 days, by the way. Yeah, this is the kind of traction that it gets. It gets 7,300 embedded views. That's it. I mean, nobody's looking that up there. Out of that, 145 likes, 32 retweets. Those retweets, they can be quote tweets too, so they could say anything, and 17 comments. Now also, I mean, when you look up anything else that has that hashtag attached to it, you have things like, this is the biggest traffic one that I saw, 35,000 views on it. What do you get from the 35,000 views? 20 likes. 20. That's it. 28 retweets. I mean, that is nothing there at all. Then, I mean, when you continue to go forward, you have, oh, look, 200 views, 17 likes. Oh, here's another one here. 9 likes on 297 views. And again, it goes on from there. I mean, basically, we're talking about people not even breaking 20 likes. But this is supposed to be gaining traction. Nobody's talking about it really in the last day. Yeah, this is desperate PR. This is somebody, though, that has called out Warner Brothers. That's what makes it interesting. Yeah, you got lied to about it. Warner Brothers knew that Amber Heard was brand damaging, so they decided to turn the page. And certain people out there, 39 of them, yeah, they don't like that at all. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. Thank you. Can't say that enough. Want to help out the channel, by the way. Links are in the description. We can always use your help too, so check those out. And thank you. Can't say that enough. Thank you. Welcome to 2024. This is going to be a great year.